It was supposed to be just another quiet night in Los Angeles, the kind where the city pretends to sleep but never really does. The streets hummed with faraway sirens and the low growl of late-night delivery trucks. Keanu Reeves walked alone, his black coat flapping like a broken wing in the wind. No bodyguards. No driver. No plan. Just him and the cold. His boots clicked soft on the wet sidewalk. The air smelled like old rain and car smoke. He pulled his collar up high. His face stayed in shadow. No one looked twice. In a city full of stars, Keanu knew how to disappear. But tonight, disappearing wasn't the plan. Tonight, something bigger was waiting on a bridge. Something that would change 2 lives with 1 sentence. Oh, and before we go on, tell us in the comments. Have you ever felt so lost you wanted to give up? Drop a heart if you're still here. We see you. Keanu had finished a long day on the set of John Wick 5. He played a killer who never stopped. But when the director yelled cut, the killer went home and Keanu stayed behind. Empty. The fake blood washed off easy. The real hurt did not. He signed autographs for the crew. He smiled for pictures. He said thank you 100 times. But inside, he felt the old ache. The one that started when his baby girl died before she could open her eyes. The one that grew when his girlfriend crashed her car on a rainy night. The one that screamed when River Phoenix stopped breathing on a sidewalk outside a club. Keanu carried those losses like stones in his pockets. They made him walk slower. Think deeper. Feel more. Tonight, the stones felt heavier than ever. So he walked. Past neon signs that blinked open but looked closed. Past homeless people curled under blankets. Past a cat that watched him with green eyes. He walked until the city noise faded and the river appeared. The bridge was old. Iron rails painted gray. Tall lights that buzzed like angry bees. The river below moved slow and black like oil. Keanu stopped at the start of the bridge. He leaned on the rail. The metal was cold. Wet. He looked down. The water looked back. It whispered things. Bad things. Jump, it said. It's easy. Keanu knew that voice. He had heard it before. In Hawaii when he was a kid and his dad left. In Canada when he was a teen and his mom cried every night. In Los Angeles when he was a star and still felt like nothing. He closed his eyes. Took a breath. In. Out. The voice got quieter. But not gone. Then he saw the man. He stood halfway across the bridge. On the wrong side of the rail. His back to the road. His hands gripped the metal like it was the only thing keeping him alive. Which it was. His body shook hard. His knees bent like they might give up. Tears fell fast from his face. They hit the water far below with tiny splashes no one heard. He wore a thin jacket. Jeans with holes. Shoes that were falling apart. His hair was dark and messy. He looked 30-something. But his eyes, when he turned a little, looked old. Tired. Done. Keanu's heart stopped. Then started again. Fast. He knew that pose. That shake. That look. He had worn it. On this same bridge. 20 years ago. After his baby died. He had climbed the rail. Looked down. Felt the pull. But something stopped him. A voice. A memory. A breath. Now it was his turn to be the voice. Keanu moved slow. Like a cat in the dark. His boots made no sound on the wet road. 1 step. 2. 3. The man did not hear. He was too lost in his head. Keanu got closer. 30 feet. 20. 10. Now he could hear the man talk. Low words. Broken words. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. His voice cracked like ice. Keanu's throat got tight. He knew those words. He had said them. In bathrooms. In cars. In empty hotel rooms. He stopped 5 feet away. Close enough to grab if the man jumped. Far enough not to scare. The wind blew hard. It pushed Keanu's coat. It pushed the man's hair. It pushed tears off both their faces. Keanu spoke first. His voice was low. Calm. Like a warm blanket on a cold night. Hey. Just that. 1 word. Soft. The man jumped like he was shot. His hands slipped on the rail. His body swung. For 1 scary second, he almost fell. Keanu's heart jumped to his mouth. But the man caught himself. He turned his head fast. His eyes were red. Swollen. Wild. Go away, he yelled. His voice was raw. Leave me alone. I don't want help. He turned back to the water. His hands held tighter. His knuckles white. Keanu did not move. Did not yell back. Did not leave. He just stood there. Like a tree in a storm. I lost my baby girl, Keanu said. The words came out slow, heavy, like stones dropping in water. She was born too soon. Never got to see the sky. I held her once. She was so small. Then the doctors took her. I stood on this bridge that night. Same spot. I wanted to follow her. The man did not turn, but his shoulders stopped shaking so hard. Just a little. Keanu kept talking. His voice stayed soft. I climbed the rail. Looked down. The water looked soft. Like a bed. I thought if I jumped, I could hold her again. Be with her. Stop the hurt. The man's head moved. Just a tiny bit. Like he was listening. Keanu took one small step closer. The wind howled. A car went by far away. Its lights flashed on the water. How do you keep going? The man asked. His voice was small now. Like a child. Broken. His hands shook bad. One finger let go of the rail. Then grabbed again. Keanu's eyes stayed on that hand. One breath, he said. Then another. That's all. Not big dreams. Not happy ends. Just air. In. Out. One at a time. The man cried harder. But different now. Not hopeless. Just sad. Real sad. His body leaned back a little. Not forward. Keanu saw it. Small hope. I stood right where you are, Keanu said. 20 years ago. After my girl died. After my love died in a car. After my best friend River took too many pills and stopped breathing on a sidewalk. I had money. Fame. Movies. But inside. Empty. Dark. Heavy. I came here. Climbed up. Looked down. Ready. The man turned more. His foot moved off the edge. Just an inch. Onto the safe side. Safe concrete. What stopped you? He whispered. His voice shook like leaves. Keanu looked up. The sky was black. No stars. Just clouds. A voice, he said. Not mine. I was walking to jump. Then an old man on a bench said my name. Keanu. That's all. He was feeding pigeons. Didn't know me. Didn't know my pain. But he said my name like it mattered. And I stepped back. One step. Then another. Then I walked home. The man's hands got loose. His fingers opened slow. Like flowers at dawn. His body shook hard. Tears fell like rain. I don't have anyone, he said. My name is Tom. My wife left. Took the kids. My job gone. My dog Max died last week. Cancer. I paid everything for the vet. He died anyway. I'm alone. I wrote a note. I'm sorry. I can't. Keanu shook his head slow. You have right now, he said. And right now is enough to step down. 1 foot. That's all. The rest comes later. The wind stopped. The world held its breath. Tom looked at Keanu. Really looked. He saw the lines on Keanu's face. The gray in his beard. The sad eyes that knew too much. Not movie eyes. Life eyes. Tom's right foot moved all the way back. Onto the bridge. Safe. His left foot followed. Slow. Heavy. Like his legs were made of lead. He turned all the way. His hands let go of the rail. He stood on solid ground. Then his legs gave out. He sat hard. His back against the cold rail. Keanu sat too. Not close. Just near. 4 feet away. They did not talk for a long time. The river whispered below. Cars hummed far away. A bird flew over. The sky got lighter. Gray now. Not black. Tom's name was Tom Harris. He was 34. Born in Ohio. Moved to LA for a better life. Worked as a mechanic. Fixed cars. Loved engines. Loved his wife Sarah. Loved his 2 kids, Mia and Jack. Loved his dog Max, a golden retriever with 1 floppy ear. But life broke him piece by piece. Sarah left when the money ran out. Took the kids to her mom's in Texas. Tom lost his job when the shop closed. Couldn't pay rent. Slept in his car. Max got sick. Tumors everywhere. Vet said thousands to try. Tom sold his tools. His TV. His wedding ring. Max died in his arms on the vet floor. Tom cried so hard he threw up. He went home to an empty apartment. 1 chair. 1 plate. Max's bed in the corner. Empty. He drank cheap whiskey. Wrote the note on a napkin. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry, kids. I'm sorry, Max. I tried. I failed. He put it in his pocket. Walked to the bridge. Climbed the rail. Looked down. The water looked kind. Like it would hug him. End it. He was ready. Keanu sat with his knees up. His arms around them. He looked at the road. Not at Tom. He knew Tom needed space to feel. My dog Buddy died last year, Keanu said. His voice was far away, like a memory. Found him in a box when he was a pup. Someone left him in the rain. I kept him. He slept on my chest. Followed me everywhere. When he got old, his legs stopped working. I carried him upstairs. To the park. To the vet. I held him when they gave the shot. He looked at me. Licked my hand. Then gone. I cried in the parking lot. Sat in my truck for hours. Alone. Tom looked at Keanu. His eyes wide. You, he said. You're rich. Famous. You have everything. Keanu shook his head. I have memories. And hurt. Same as you. Money buys dogs. Not time. Not love. Not second chances. Tom wiped his face with his sleeve. It was wet and dirty. I miss Max so much, he said. He was my shadow. My kid when the real ones left. Keanu nodded. I still say goodnight to Buddy's empty bed. I keep his collar in my pocket. Feel it when I ride my bike. They sat quiet again. A police car went by slow. Blue and red lights off. The officer looked at them. Saw two men sitting. Kept driving. Tom's hands stopped shaking. His breath was slower. Deeper. I wrote that note, he said. He pulled the napkin from his pocket. Folded small. Wet from tears and rain. Keanu did not take it. He just looked. You can rip it, he said. Or keep it. But don't let it write your end. Tom opened the napkin. His hands shook bad. He read it quiet. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry, Mia. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry, Max. I tried. I failed. His voice broke on every name. He cried again. But softer now. Like rain, not a storm. He tore the napkin. Slow. Into tiny pieces. He let them fall. The wind caught them. They flew like white snow. Over the rail. Into the dark. Over the water. Gone forever. Keanu watched. His eyes soft. His heart full. Small win. Big hope. Minutes passed. Maybe an hour. Maybe two. The sky turned pink. Orange. Gold. The sun came up slow over the city. Birds sang loud. Cars started. People woke. Tom stood up slow. His legs hurt from sitting. His back cold from the rail. Keanu stood too. They looked at each other. Tom was shorter. His eyes puffy. His face dirty. But alive. Thank you, he said. His voice stronger now. Like he found it again. Keanu shook his head. Thank yourself, he said. You chose to stay. That's the bravest thing. Braver than any movie. Tom looked at the rail. Then at the water. Then at Keanu. Will I see you again? Keanu thought. Looked at the sunrise. The world is small, he said. And big. Both. Keep breathing. We might. Tom put his hand out. Keanu shook it. Cold hand. Warm hand. Strong grip. Two men who knew the dark. And found a light. Keanu started to walk away. His boots clicked again. Tom called out. Wait. What's your name? Keanu turned. The sunrise made his face glow. His beard dark. His eyes kind. He smiled small. Real. Just a guy who knows the dark, he said. And knows morning comes. One breath at a time. Then he walked into the light. His coat flapped. His steps got quieter. Tom watched until Keanu was gone. Just a shape. Then a memory. Then hope. Tom walked home slow. The city woke up around him. Coffee shops opened. Dogs barked. Kids laughed on their way to school. His apartment was small. One room. Peeling paint. A couch with a hole. Max's bed in the corner. Empty. He sat on the couch. Looked at the bed. Cried. But breathed. In. Out. He made coffee. Burned it. Drank it anyway. He opened his phone. Looked for jobs. Found one. Dog walker. Low pay. But dogs. He smiled. Small. Real. He called his mom. I'm okay, Mom. I'm here. She cried. He cried. But he stayed. Days turned to weeks. Tom got the job. Walked dogs every morning. Big ones. Small ones. Old ones. Sick ones. He talked to them. Good boy. Good girl. Like Max could hear. He saved money. Bought a new bed. For a new dog. Not yet. But soon. He wrote letters to his kids. Daddy misses you. Daddy is trying. He sent drawings. Stick figures. Him and Max in heaven. Mia and Jack sent some back. We love you, Daddy. He kept them on the wall. He went to meetings. For people who lost hope. He listened. He shared. One breath. Then another. People nodded. Some cried. Some stayed. Years passed. Tom got a better job. Mechanic again. Fixed trucks. Big ones. He got a dog. Small brown mutt. One ear up, one down. Named him Buddy. After the man's dog. Buddy slept on his pillow. Followed him everywhere. Tom met a girl. Lisa. She worked at the shelter. Loved dogs. Loved broken things. They fixed each other. Slow. Real. They got married in a park. Buddy wore a bow tie. Tom's kids came. Mia was 10. Jack was 8. They hugged him tight. Daddy, he cried. Happy tears. They moved in. Small house. Big yard. Buddy chased balls. The kids laughed. Lisa cooked bad spaghetti. Tom burned the garlic bread. They laughed more. One night, Tom watched TV. John Wick was on. He saw the face. The eyes. The beard. His heart stopped. No way, he said. Lisa looked. What? Tom pointed. That's him. The man on the bridge. Lisa laughed. Keanu Reeves? You're crazy. Tom shook his head. I'm not. It was him. He saved me. The kids ran in. Who saved you, Daddy? Tom told the story. The bridge. The dark. The voice. The breath. The kids listened wide-eyed. Buddy barked. Like he understood. Tom never tried to find Keanu. Never called the news. It was their secret. Their bridge. Their breath. Keanu kept walking. On cold nights. On warm nights. On bridges. In alleys. In parks. He looked for the lost. The broken. The ones on the edge. He never told his story. Not to friends. Not to Ellen. Not to Oprah. He kept it in his heart. With Buddy's collar. With his baby's tiny hat. With River's last laugh. But sometimes letters came. No address. Just paper in his mailbox. One breath. Then another. Thank you. Tea. Keanu smiled. Kept them in a box. Under his bed. With the stones that got lighter. One night, years later, Keanu walked the same bridge. The rail was new. Shiny. The water was the same. Black. Deep. He stopped where Tom stood. Put his hand on the rail. Cold. Strong. He looked down. The water whispered. But softer now. He smiled. You did it, Tom, he said to the wind. You breathed. You stayed. You won. The sun came up. Pink. Gold. Beautiful. Keanu walked on. His coat in the wind. His heart full. Tom taught his kids the sentence. When it's hard, what do we do? One breath, they yelled. Then another. They laughed. Ran. Played. Buddy chased them. Lisa watched. Smiled. Tom looked at the sky. Thanked the man he never named. The man who gave him tomorrow. Keanu made more movies. Rode faster bikes. Laughed louder. But he never forgot the power of one sentence. One voice. One night. One breath. It stopped a fall. Started a life. Built a family. Saved a soul. And if you're watching this and the dark feels big, remember Tom. Remember Keanu. Remember the bridge. You are not alone. Someone is walking. Someone is listening. Someone knows. Take one breath. Then another. The morning comes. The water waits. But you don't have to jump. You are enough. Right now. Just as you are. Stay. Breathe. Live. One breath at a time. Oh, and one more thing. Years after that night, Tom took his kids to the bridge. Not to jump. To remember. He pointed to the spot. That's where Daddy learned to breathe. Mia asked, who was the man? Tom smiled. Looked at the water. An angel with a beard. Jack laughed. Angels don't have beards. Tom ruffled his hair. This one did. They threw flowers in the river. For Max. For hope. For the man who said the right words at the right time. Keanu saw it from far away. He was on his bike. Stopped at a light. Saw the family. The flowers. The smiles. He knew. He smiled too. Revved his engine. Rode into the sunrise. His coat flapped. His heart sang. One sentence. One life. One breath. Then another. Forever. And that's the night Keanu Reeves stopped a suicide with one sentence. Not with money. Not with fame. Just with truth. Just with heart. Just with one breath. Then another. Drop a like if this touched you. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And comment below. What's your one breath today? We're all in this together. See you in the next story. Stay excellent.